Starman.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
so good.
Starman. Starman is so catchy.
Oh, I
So
know. I
catchy.
know.
There's something like beautiful of it about it. It's just like a it's like a classic melody. Um
Yeah, and like you said, the chorus is inspired by Over the Rainbow.
yeah, because it has an octave leap. It goes like da yeah.
Starman. Oh, it's so catchy.
But even like the way it does, it's cool. Or even it's still different from Over the Rainbow. It's like Starman waiting in the sky, and it like I don't know. It doesn't stay up there. It kind of like it doesn't have as much confidence. It's like it's just kind of like all right, gonna
Well, I
peter
just love
out.
the part where it's like na 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 na
Yes,
na
yeah,
la
that's also a T
la
Rex
la.
homage, which is cool.
Oh, I love that
Um,
part.
yeah, and it's just there's something hopeful about it too. It's really like it's a very pretty
Yep.
song. Um,
It's Ziggy Stardust bringing a message of hope to the earth to by the
yeah, kind of
radio.
test out the waters. Like, hey, I'm gonna come save you. Can I come? But like, he thinks he'll blow our minds, like that kind of stuff.
I know that's
So
what I love about it is just like is Bowie doing what he like I love his theme of space.
yeah,
His how he's able to incorporate his theme of space. It all really goes well together, like Major Tom, Starman,
yeah, he
uh
uses this a lot,
Lady Stardust, all
and
that. And
it's I don't know if it's intentioned, but supposedly this was like the last song to be on the album, and it was like it was like a throw in, like
mhm.
they were originally at like a Chuck Berry song in there, which would have been weird. And they were like, no, we'll just put Starman. Like the company was like, you don't have any hit singles. Like this album just doesn't have a single on it. Like, what are you doing? So he
Yeah.
wrote Starman. And I wonder if it was a joke, but who cares? It's so good. Maybe he knew the space thing would catch on because Space Oddity was a hit and he wasn't really getting any other hits. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just amazing. I just love it. I love it. I think it's so cat. I think it's one of his best melodies, honestly.
Me too. I honestly, for a guy who writes pretty good melodies, this is like one
Yeah,
of
he
his.
writes a lot of good melodies. I would say Bowie focuses a lot on like the aesthetic and the vibe and the lyrics a lot sometimes. He doesn't always focus on the melody, but Starman is like shows that when he wants to, like
Mhm.
he can write a great melody. And like
Yeah.
having an octave leap in there, man, like come on. Like no, not everyone can pull that off.
Yeah,
And he
it's
does
one
it in
of
Life on Mars too. He does it on Live on Mars also with the Life on Mars, like
yeah,
all these beautiful.
it's one of my favorite Bowie melodies, and I like a lot of his melody. It was like his first major hit since
Since
Space
Space
Oddity
Oddity,
too.
yeah. And it was a
Yeah.
huge thing. Like he was on like Top of the Pops or something, and like all these bands saw them. Like the Smiths saw it,
Hmm.
the Oasis, like U2, all the Echo and the Bunnymen, like all these 80s bands were like they changed their life. It's kind of like seeing the Beatles
Hmm.
on Ed Sullivan or
It
whatever.
was
But
huge.
yeah, let's move on.
So much exposure,
Yeah,
and oh yeah, Starman is just it's so good. Uh, it's also one of my favorite. I mean, again, it's hard to pick favorites in this album, but like Starman is like, I used to think like Suffragette City was because I like upbeat numbers, and I used to go, oh man, I didn't even know that Suffragette City was off this album, but I kind of like Starman a little better, almost.
yeah.
Also because I just like the lyrics, and Suffragette City is more. Well, we'll get into Suffragette City later on, but Starman is a classic, and then we got